Sure. Let me, okay. Let me add the call. Okay. Hey, Cash. Hey, what's up? Hey, Cash. I got my partner here on the phone, John.
Hey, what's up, my man? How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you, John?
I am damn good. I'm trying to make sense of this deal. Um, I just got a little trouble trying to figure out the number. So let's start with you're asking how much? 850,000?
Yep.
Okay, so what do you think the ARV is on this thing?
I seen it. I seen the ones that I ran. It did come up to about 820.
820?
Mm-hmm.
So how do...
Well, no, I've seen it, but the one thing I couldn't do is I couldn't compare likeness of that property.
Okay. So I'm looking on Zillow. I'm not saying Zillow's right, but Zillow's got a Zestimate of this thing at 588,000. Like that's the full retail. So a wholesale deal would be something that, we're going to go buy it at a deep discount, make some repairs to it, put it on the market and make some money. But it seems like this thing, it must not need any work whatsoever. Is that the case? I haven't seen any photos. I've just got an address, my man.
It needs a little work. Yeah, definitely needs work.
Okay, so how do we make money if I've got to pay over retail for this thing and put money in it? How would I make money?
How would you make money?
Yes, sir.
Renovating it and upping the rent. I think that with Roger, one, he wasn't getting the top rate for what that area holds.
Okay.
Properties there, it's sold overpriced easily. 70%, 70,000, 100,000 over asking price in that area. Just because of the type of area that it is. So it's not uncommon to see a property go higher than what they go for there. But I think the rental comps there are what would really make sense of that, being able to get that kind of rent there, 1,200, 1,500 per unit.
Okay, and when you say per unit, we're talking about per bedroom. Is that how this is being monetized?
Yep.
Okay. But it's not Pad Split, right? That's not the company that's running it, Pad Split?
No.
Okay.
What's Pad Split? What do you mean, Pad Split?
Pad Split is a company that does exactly what you're talking about. They basically, how like Airbnb, I'd go put my house up on Airbnb. They do all the marketing, right? They bring the people in and they take a percentage of, my rental, my short-term rental, right? Pad Split does the same thing. I don't know if they're operating in your neck of the woods or not, but usually a Pad Split is in a major metropolitan area. They're like within walking distance of a bus line or, train station, subway, whatever it is, because most of the Pad Splits, you're not going to have a car. And then the other deal is there's no dishwashers in this property because everybody would have a tenant mentality, like a college frat house, right? All the dishes piled up in the sink, and Pad Split basically has you remove the dishwasher, but it's neither here nor there. So now it's my understanding. I don't see any comps. I'm looking on Privy. I'm going to pull this up on PropStream to see if I can find anything that would support the number. But you got this from another realtor. Is that what my understanding is?
No, I know the homeowner personally.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering, what was going on. Let's see. There haven't been any really recent sales in that neck of the woods. Yeah, there's just no conscious support. Let's see, number 7, that one was $335,000 it sold for. That one's about the closest to this. I don't see anything in that area trading for greater than I mean, we're going back to 2021, 275,000, 320. I'm trying to make financial sense. It says the average comps in that neck of the woods is 508,000. So I don't know where this 850 comes from, but why wouldn't the homeowner just put this thing on the market and try to get full retail?
I don't know. I can't say. That's not something that he normally does. And the other properties that he sold, he did the same thing. He had a wholesaler make the sale for it.
Okay. So how long have you had this under contract?
About a week.
Okay. And how much of an inspection period, and when's the close of escrow supposed to happen?
About a month.
Okay. So how long is the inspection period? When does that end?
We didn't put an inspection period on there. Normally I do, but since I knew him, I didn't put EMD or any of those things on there.
So you don't have any earnest money deposited at the title company?
Nope, I didn't have to do any of that. Nope.
I mean, it's not a valid contract unless you have some sort of financial consideration. Like it's not a binding contract. Okay. So if I went and found you a buyer, like how do I get paid? Are you splitting your JV assignment with us, or you expect us to add more money on top of the? I mean, where'd this number 850 come from? Like, it came from somewhere. Like, I don't understand.
He was at 840 or 840, 860, somewhere around there. So I've been gradually getting him to drop to 800, and I believe I could get him to come down a little bit more.
Well, I mean, like, I'm just trying to figure out how this makes financial sense. Because, I mean, even if you go to the 1% rule, so if this thing's making $55,000 a year, it would naturally trade at $550,000, nowhere near the $800,000 range. So I'm just trying to make financial sense of this thing. I'm not saying that you can't find a buyer, but like, I work with experienced investors. I've got access to Investor Lift, but nobody's going to take this thing down. Just based on the quick math that I'm doing, there's just no comps in the area. Nothing is selling for that much. I get it. We're not buying a property. We're buying an income stream. But, I mean, financially, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, I'm going to have to go out and get a hard money loan at $850,000. Like, that number is going to be, here, let me just put this into to bank rate and figure out. Let's see, $850,000. I'm going to have to do 20% down. Let's just say, clear. Let's say I got it at 7.6%. That's $4,597. Like, the mortgage rate is going to be more than the income. So it's not going to financially pencil at that number. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, I mean, he's got to do a huge price reduction or it's just not a deal. And I mean, if he's looking for full retail, I mean, you guys should probably go reach out to a realtor, put this thing on the market. Like, if I had a hot ass girlfriend and I kept her in the closet, no one would know about her. So basically, I need to take her out on the town, so everybody can see her. He's obviously going to get the most amount of money in his pocket if it has more exposure than what we can give it. And I mean, my guys are investors. We're buying at a deep discount. I'm buying stuff at 50, 60 cents on the dollar, and this thing is probably 120, 140% of the ARV. Like, I'm just trying to make sense of it. I mean, where do we go from here? If I don't think it's a deal, I don't think most of my guys are going to think it's a deal. Have you had anybody interested in this thing at all?
I had 4 people go out and check it out. I got one person just waiting to get back to me about it.
Okay.
And then I got another showing on Monday. So, I'm just continuing to shop right now.
Okay. Well, let us do this. Let me run some numbers. I mean, on paper, I mean, I'm looking for the comps. I just don't see it. And then if I went out and got a bank loan to take this thing down, the bank's not going to loan more money than the property's worth. Are you familiar with a DSCR loan? Debt service coverage ratio. So basically, somebody's going to take analysis of this property, and it's just got to have more money coming in than it's got going out. And just on my raw math right here, it's just not the case. So I'm just throwing out all kinds of scenarios to see if we can make this thing pencil. But other than going back to the seller for a deeper discount, maybe you should just continue to try to sell this, and then we can circle back with you next week and see if we can get something done. But I mean, we're going to have a deep discount. I don't see anything selling north of $400,000 over there. How much financially do you think it's going to take to put this thing in 2023 standards?
It's going to cost a couple of dollars. Definitely, I would say easily, I don't know, 50 or something like that. I would assume for as big as that house is.
Okay.
I heard the basement.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah. You have any questions for me or disagree with anything I got saying?
I would say that, check it out. Come back with an offer next week. And I mean, I have no problem challenging Roger with the price. I mean, I don't think that's a problem, especially if I have an offer that somebody's presented.
Okay. And then if this thing's cash flowing for him, why does he want to get rid of it?
He's just old.
Okay. So he's a tired landlord.
He's got a lot of properties, though. He has
18
properties. And he's a do-it-yourself kind of guy, so it's just, something to take his toll for it.
Okay. All right. Well, let me see what I can get. Let me see what I can get figured out on my side, and then we'll reach back out to you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're good.
Appreciate it, my man. Have a great day. Take care.
You as well.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, John.
So he doesn't have any answers.
Yeah, very, very big. And that's kind of like the deals that he has sent me before. Like,
he doesn't know what he's doing. He has no idea how to structure a deal.
No, not at all. Not at all. 100%. And like me being so green, like 6 months ago, like I'm still involved in stuff too. So I have access to like fucking high level guys like you. And so I've been, learning a lot and like just running simple comps in this. And I can 100% tell he's not competent in sense of wholesale or real estate whatsoever.
Well, he doesn't even have earnest money in there. So it's not even a real contract. So, I mean, we're basically just, spinning our wheels.
Yeah. Okay. For sure. No. And that part I didn't know because he has put deals under contract where he was like, I have earnest money at the title company, but this did not know that information. He just revealed. And so that sounds like, so it could be an absolute goose chase. You may not even waste our time with it.
Yeah, no, I 100% would agree that it's not something to worry about. It's not a deal. Like if it was a deal, why is he reaching out to us? Why am I hearing about this in Fresno, California, if this is a deal?
Right. Exactly.
So, I mean, you can keep sending me shit. Send me over the correct spelling of your first and last name and your email address. I'll add you to my phone so you're not a stranger. And you said you're sub 2, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've been watching you guys on all your Zooms. Although I've just been watching on Facebook and YouTube because I'm not quite sure how to get on I did get into the Discord, but I don't see how to get like on the chats and stuff. But yeah, I've been in sub 2 now 6 months and working towards my first deal. Primarily calling foreclosure lists. I just got a list sent to me, and I've been kind of compiling some lists. And so I've been strictly calling foreclosure listings. Working towards my first deal and just want to learn. I've been watching your guys' Zooms, and you're freaking incredible on the phone, man. So I've been learning a lot and jotting down notes and just wanting to take action.
All right, I appreciate that, my man. Let's connect on Monday, and I can get you into the backside of the live if you want to come in and whatnot, and we'll see if we can help you get your first deal.
Awesome. Great. Thank you so
much. All right,
much.
My man. Text me all your contact information, please.
Absolutely. Will do.
Thank you. Bye-bye.